Get out.
Hey, did you press record?
Get out.
Get out. Bye, Chompy.
Bye.
Thank you, Chompy. Bye, Chompy.
Bye.
Bye. Close the... What? Big boys talking stickers. Hell yeah, let's fucking run them. You heard it here first, folks. We're back, bitch.
Yeah, sorry it's been 10 months. Roll the intro.
It's the big boys. Big boys. We the big boys. Big boys. Big boys. Yeah.
Meat treats and complaining about work.
Hot sauce, puking, sweating, cause it hurt.
Maddie, Light, and Jay work.
It's Big John.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's the big boys. What's up, everybody? Welcome to finally be back to another episode of... I said that really stupid.
What the fuck happened?
I'm an idiot. Big Boys Talking Podcast.
Yeah.
Life. You know how we're like, oh man, life's been crazy. Dude, it has been insane. 2023 took us, bent us over, and spanked our little tushies. Little tushies are red.
John and I do not have free time anymore.
It's non-existent. Matt plays in 3 bands now.
That's
three. Of them.
I used to be in
flee.
1, and then I joined Raptured at the end of last year when we were still doing podcasts. You guys remembered that. Now, I'm in a band called Eternal Wound with Sam's little brother, Junior. Here's a picture of him. We use that cool one.
Oh,
that
hell
cool
yeah.
one.
Cool guy.
Yeah. It's really cool, and he wrote all the music for it. You should check it out. John will put a link up during this part. It's really nifty. Rapture put out new music. We put out new music. Retribution did.
It's true.
And John is in another band, too.
That's true. I'm in a punk band called Small Steps that's about to release an album in November.
It's really awesome. But all this being said, we've been so busy.
It's been insane. Like, there's been no free time.
No. And, like, the free time that we do have is, like, you've got a big thing going on.
Yes.
That's, I mean,
we can announce it. It's been announced. White Rabbit Records, that's out of Corbin, is now opening a second store here in Richmond where I live, and I am actually helping run the store. I have become partners, if you will, or an employee of White Rabbit Records, and I'm going to be helping Zach closely running the store. So me and him have been painting and building things and getting this place ready for like the last 2 months.
It looks epic.
It's sick. I'm so stoked for it. It's going to be sick. And once we get back to regularly doing this podcast, there's a possibility we might start filming it there to have more room and just be more comfortable in general and have a cool setting.
Which there is a plan for us to start doing this podcast regularly again.
Bingo bango.
We've already decided that when we go back to doing it regularly, we're going to do it bi-weekly. So 2 a month instead of 4 a month because it's just too much on us. And also, it's not going to happen right now. Nope. There's too much going on. The stuff that we just talked about is still happening.
Yep.
And we'll let you know when it's not.
And my kid just finished soccer season, and soccer season for middle schoolers.
Wait, didn't they win?
Is insane. Yeah, they won the B team, the Clark Morris B team Invitational. Them boys is champions.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
Them boys is champions.
Go Zan the man.
That's right, baby.
And you know what? William, he digged a cool hole today.
Yeah, Wild Bill was wild.
Digging.
That's it. But you know what? Here's the thing.
The real reason we're here, you probably heard a little bit of it in the beginning. I'm sure John's going to put scary lightning sounds over that for no reason.
Baby, it's October, and you know what that means? Spooktober!
We got spooky. We've been getting spooky.
And we couldn't go without doing something for Spooktober. It's just not right.
It's not.
It's not right.
And I've told a few people that love the podcast that we were going to do Spooktober still. And I was out of town, like the whole first week of October, and so the reason that it's coming out, like 17 days into October is my fault. Sorry. We're gonna do 3. We're gonna have me and John do this one. Theoretically, we're gonna have a guest on the next one, and 100% we're gonna have a guest on the last one.
Yeah, it's a dumb son of a bitch. I bet you can guess from me saying that.
Our producer, Sammy, Hammy, Bo, Bammy, Slammy, Hammy, Jammy, Whammy, Sammy.
God, he's drunk right now.
He's so drunk. And he wants to leave the wedding he's at, which is his brother's.
Sam, I hope you listen to this and you hear us talk about how drunk you are.
You drunk fool.
We're going to show up at your house tomorrow for practice, and you're going to be hungover.
Probably asleep still.
Seeping.
Eepy.
And you're going to go, give me a monster.
We're going to do it.
Speaking of monsters.
Dude.
Let's just go. Listen,
let's just get right into it like the movie did.
Yeah, we watched a short film.
Calling it a movie. Sorry. It's a short film.
It's a short film. It clocked in at about 15 minutes.
We saw it on a TikTok earlier today.
Yeah.
And John was like, Matt, please. And I looked it up and I was like, oh my God, it's fucking real. It's like 14 minutes. We have to watch it.
And it's perfect because today, all day, we had the Odd Ones Out market that my wife put on. Small Steps played.
Can we put a flyer up here right here?
You missed it.
I bet it's in a different spot.
Yeah, you missed it. It already happened. But look out.
That's what happened.
It's going to be an annual thing.
Anal. Is that right?
Yeah, it's going to be an anal thing.
Hell yeah. We'll put it in our butts every year.
So what I do. But so we've been there all day. Well, I've been there all day.
I've been there since 2.
You got there like right when it started. And so it's like what? It is it's 10:46 right now on a Saturday.
You're getting a late night Big Boys. You haven't had
That's
one
right.
of these in like a year and a half more.
Right. And so it was like a 15-minute movie. Cut a quick episode to bring back.
Apologize a bunch.
Apologize a whole lot. Because... no, I'm not sorry. I'm a grown-ass man.
I'm not sorry either. You know what I am? You know what we are?
Disappointed.
No, John.
Oh.
We are here.
And we still got it, baby.
Yeah, we do. God damn.
So,
let's get right into it.
what we watched.
What's the... Oh.
Easy.
I kicked the mic. What's the name of the film, John?
Fist of Jesus.
Fist of Jesus. You may recognize that as a mobile game available on the App Store and on the Google Play Store.
It is a thing.
Didn't know it, but we found out.
I guess from my understanding, the game is based off of the movie. And it's funny because our friend Adam, who is a very big gamer, was like, that's a movie? He was like, I used to play that game all the time when I worked at the hotel.
So funny.
Yeah. And it was just like, this weird, like, full circle type deal for all of us. But let me tell you something. If you were with us last year, we watched a movie that involved Jesus as a vampire hunter.
We did.
And he saved all the lesbians.
He did.
Because vampires did not like lesbians.
Yeah, he did.
That's all I really remember from that movie. It was incredible. There was a dance number. I remember that much.
The dance number was awesome.
But in this movie... Jesus and everyone else speak Spanish.
They do.
It was
which was okay, this is me being like a guy from Kentucky. But it was very confusing because the whole time I was like I knew it was happening in like the Middle East.
Yeah.
But like I was just like, is this Mexico? What's going on?
When he ran up to him and he was like, Jesus. I was just like, that's not right. His name's Jesus.
We're white.
That's me being a dumb white guy.
We're white. Oh, I just keep hitting the mic. I'm not used to having mics in my face.
Dude, it's just like nothing's changed. You be hitting it.
Yep. So it starts out like any made-for-TV Jesus movie.
Truly, it was like legitimately he was doing the B2 attitudes or whatever it's called, where he's just like, Jesus is like, clothe the naked, feed the hungry, do this, you do it unto them, you do it unto me, and like, it was just very normal. It
was like that, but on Telemundo.
Yes. I'm
really?
not even going to try to reenact it because I can't speak Spanish,
No.
and then it would just be ultra racist of me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we don't do that here.
No. because we're inclusive.
That's right.
But immediately, I realized that there's some timelines off.
Yeah.
But that's okay because they need something for plot. And they do keep it
They keep
relatively
it in scripture.
biblically accurate.
Because my man comes, his son Lazarus was dead. And that is actually in the Bible. There's a guy, Lazarus, he be dead.
He's dead.
And they're like, Jesus, he's dead. And he's like, nah, bro, he's sleeping.
And they're like,
no,
he's dead.
I'm pretty sure he did, but all right. And then,
then
Jesus comes and
he wakes him up.
Raises him from the dead.
In the Bible, he sings the song by the band Greater Vision. Oh, my name is Lazarus, and I do testify.
Not to be confused with the band from the hardcore band from Ohio, Greater Vision.
X-Vision. Anyways, that's silly. So Jesus goes with Lazarus's folks,
Fozzers.
and he's like, "I got this, homies." And well, what happens, John?
Well, I mean, it's still sticking true to story. Like, he gets down and he's like, he does the whole thing where he's just like, Lazarus, wake up and walk.
And he touches his little feet.
Yeah, and Lazarus like it. And what I want to point out, Lazarus, to look dead, the way they did the makeup was it looked like they just caked on a bunch of like that cheapo Halloween white makeup that you can get like at Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
Just caked it on his entire body.
And then he had like dark circles around his eyes.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. So he gets up and Lazarus is, and they're like, oh man, and everybody's like, praise Jesus, hallelujah, thank you,
and he's
Lord.
like, I did it. I can raise
Jesus
people
is like,
from
I
the
did
dead.
it, I did it, Dad. He's like pointing at this guy. He's like, I did it, Father.
Yes.
And then what happens? And then it really just,
I mean, it just kicks right into 12th gear. Like,
100%.
Like, Lazarus' dad is there, and he's like, oh, Jesus, yeah. And then, like, immediately up from behind him, you see Lazarus just like, just bites his neck.
And the best part, everything for the most part, until we get into some incredible CGI, was like a lot of practical effects.
Yeah.
And the blood was an off color, so it was kind of like a dark orange. It wasn't actually red. It's like a...
I wonder if it was the filter that they had on the camera to make it look like it was the Middle East.
It could be because...
Because you know that sepia tone?
Because that blood, it looked... The best way I can describe it is it looks like... what's that certain pasta dish where you get like a creamy tomato soup, where they have like the cream?
Yeah.
So it's like it turns the pasta sauce almost orangish.
Is that like bolognese? Is that
Something,
what it is?
yeah. It looked like the blood looked like
If you're
that.
Italian, let us know.
Bolognese. Man, I love that bolognese.
Bolognese. Bibbidi bobbidi. So pretty much immediately things are bad.
Yes.
This isn't a typical zombie situation where it takes a while for people to turn into zombies.
No.
Immediately after being bitten, they're turning.
Yeah, and dude, Lazarus is wasting no time.
He knew what he was doing.
My man turns everybody. And what's funny, by the way, I need to add, because we forgot to mention this, the one person that comes with Jesus during all of this is Judas. And I was really confused as to why he picked Judas of all, but it's because of literally they were just putting a pun in at one point to like match biblical things as well, which is really funny.
Yep.
Which we're getting ready to get to that.
We are. So
Jesus and Judas are freaking out. And what's really funny is when that happens, like Lazarus bites his dad and like they just start gnawing on people. And you hear this high pitched like shrill, like a scream. And it pans over real quick and it's Jesus screaming like in terror. And everybody else is just like, it's so funny. Like it was obviously made to be a comedy.
Yeah,
like
100%.
But it was just like, it was made so perfectly. Like I give this thing high praise.
The fact that they fit all this grand storytelling into 14 minutes is impressive.
Yeah. So they go running from the zombies.
Yeah, they escape. Jesus and Judas.
And they come to like a literal like 4-way stop, like crossroads type deal. And they're like, oh no, Nazarene zombies. And then they look over and he's like, oh no, Roman soldier zombies. And then he looks over and he goes, oh no, cowboy zombies.
And the cowboy's like, like, "A tu Jesus."
Yeah. He's like, your time's come, Nazarene. It's just
fucking
so
amazing.
left field. So they run away from him and they like find a little place they're hiding. And Jesus is like, okay, I'm gonna figure this out and stuff. He's like, Judas, you just gotta trust me and roll with me. And he turns around and Judas is gone. He out of there. So
Got him.
Jesus is like,
Typical
where'd he go?
Judas.
Typical Judas, turning his back on the Lord.
Well, what did Judas go to do? Nothing other than what exactly he did in the Bible when he ran away.
He hung himself.
That motherfucker hung himself. But
This is when it gets good again.
oh
It's
my God.
Great, fun little puns.
Jesus decides that he might have goofed up on Lazarus, but he's not going to goof up this time because he knows what he did wrong.
Yes, sir.
And so what does he do? He grabs them little tootsies and he says, Judas, be awake. And Judas wakes up. And Jesus is like, see, Father, I was able to do it.
He's like,
I was able to do it.
he's like, yeah. And Judas is still in the noose and
He's
hanging.
still hanging.
So he's basically rehanging himself.
And he dies,
dies
again. And Jesus turns around and he's like, oh, man.
It was so, it's like, that's one of the most perfect parts of that movie was just like, it was very good comedic timing for
Yeah, it
all
was.
the scenes. Like, it had me chuckling.
So he gets him down this time, wakes him up, and Judas is all like, what are we going to do, man? And Jesus is like, something.
And he gets up and there all those zombies are coming towards him. And he's just like, we're going to have to fight them. And he was like, Judas, do you have anything as a weapon I could use? And what does Judas pull out? A fish.
Just one.
And he hands it to Jesus.
But what does Jesus do with fish?
Dude, and the cowboy zombie is like, what are you going to do with that one fish? And then Jesus does, it's straight up like magician style. He's like, and then it's two fish.
Yeah.
And he was like, you mean two fish?
Two fish.
And from there, chaos ensues.
Calamity. I'm talking. He's using fish as throwing knives. He's bashing skulls.
Pulls a piranha out.
I mean, just absolute insanity.
A swordfish. He just keeps producing fish at this point.
One of the cowboy zombies has a gun. Of course, he's a cowboy zombie.
Right.
And he's shooting at Jesus. And they didn't just like get little like M80s or
That
something
wasn't
to
practical
go off.
effects. That was the CGI part.
And man, it looks like someone edited a PS2 game over
It makes me think of those TikToks of those Indian dudes
where they're
where it's like, my life, my rules, blah, 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 you know,
Yeah.
and then it's like, and like something happens where like a really bad CGI helicopter
Yeah.
explodes and he's just like,
walking away.
that's what it
Or like
looked
the ones where they like throw a phone at the screen and
Yeah.
it's like a fake phone that's like spinning
Yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
slow coming towards the screen.
So if you know what those are, you can completely understand what we're talking about the CGI effects. There wasn't many. Most of it was very like most practical effects.
Yep.
And those practical effects were awesome because it was like so in line with like 80s B horror film style. Just over the top, ultra gory.
Blood everywhere, piles of limbs.
There's one part where he like chops part of a zombie's head off and his eyeballs are still setting on top. And
They're, like, looking around.
back and forth. And they keep it on him for like 3 seconds. And it's like one of the best frames in the movie.
One of my favorite parts is when Jesus has the sawtooth or like the tooth fin.
Oh yeah, he
fish or
eventually
whatever.
creates like the shark fish thing that has like the weird saw nose thing.
And he's just like literally using it to like chainsaw through the rest of the
They're
zombies.
making chainsaw noises. There's
Yeah.
a sound effect of like ring, 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 ring. And he's just.
It's like 45 seconds straight of like flashing between the fish like sawing through random body parts, Jesus' bloody face, and then another scene where it's like body parts falling, like flying everywhere. there's like a few more zombies left, and he's like out of fish, but he like comes up to this cross in the middle of nowhere.
Just pulls a cross out of the ground and uses
He starts swinging it on, like, slamming it on their heads.
It's just one of those things. Like, there was so much to take in because it was like a good 6 or 7 minute fight scene altogether. Because that was literally like a good half of the 15 minutes of that movie.
Oh yeah,
Of
absolutely.
that short film.
They
And
definitely made it as like, look what we can do.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And what was funny is like choreography wise, like it wasn't horrible.
No.
It was very over the top, but like it didn't look bad.
No, it was actually really good.
They did very good. Like
I liked it.
you know exactly what they were going for.
I'm gonna show it to more people.
And they achieved it. It was perfect. And apparently, I don't know if it ever got made, but there is some type of sequel, full movie type thing that's called Once Upon a Time in Jerusalem.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Jerusalem.
So basically what happens, they kill all of them. And I don't want to spoil the ending because the ending's great because it's just really funny dialogue.
Yeah.
And it's perfect. Mm-hmm. And you need to go watch it to find out. But just know, the movie is literally 15 minutes long.
All in Spanish.
It's Jesus doing his thing like normal Jesus in the Bible. And then it's him and Judas whooping ass for about 7 minutes on zombies, including cowboy zombies.
Which was pretty badass.
And then it ends. And that's it.
And you know what? Me, personally, I think that I'm going to have to give this movie a yummy out of good.
Jesus, he did it.
A yummy out of good. Read it and weep, folks.
It's perfect, and I have to agree.
A yummy out of good for John as well.
Yes, sir.
Yummy out of goods all around.
I would give that movie a 9.8 out of 7.
That's an interesting... Yeah. You go on 7 scale?
Guys, I've been drinking Celsius, and apparently Celsius has opioids in it.
This is John's plea for help. He's wildly addicted to opiates and is blaming it on his Celsius drinks. Just kidding. He's straight.
That's a joke. But apparently there's something in Celsius causing people to fail their drug test for opioids, which is kind of funny because it's like my new energy drink of choice.
Or maybe a bunch of people do heroin and they also drink Celsius.
That's also another possibility.
And they're just trying to blame it on the Celsius like you are.
Yeah. The only reason I kind of believe it is because there's one time, the little muffins?
The poppy seed muffins?
I ate a whole pack of like a 12-pack of mini poppy seed muffins.
Yeah.
And I went and drug tested the next day. This is when I was going to work for Amazon. And I failed. I tested positive for THC. And I looked at that lady and I said, there's absolutely no way. And she was like, I was like, this isn't me just being like, I promise I don't. So I was like, I really don't. I was like, I could bring you witnesses that would tell you I don't smoke.
This guy.
And she goes,
thinks he can fool us.
Well, have you eaten any poppy seed? I was like, I ate a whole tray of poppy seed muffins last night. And she was like, oh yeah, that's it. That'll cause you to fail. And I had to go like another week and then go do a drug test again.
This guy.
So if I did Celsius right now,
someone touched
the door. I'm scared. I think it's Wild Bill.
Okay, we're good. Are we good? Yeah, we're good.
That was scary.
That was really scary. I thought it might be a ghost or zombies, and we don't have Jesus here to protect us.
It is Spooktober, so.
I'd imagine that John put something scary over that, but if he didn't, it'd be even funnier.
The only thing I got spooky right now here is, ooh, the burnt fiend.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah, that's actually, damn. Yeah, R.I.P. Bray Wyatt. You know me, I'm a wrestling guy. One of my favorite, like, newer, like, current, I guess you could say, the last 10 years wrestlers that really did some big stuff, unexpectedly passed away. Damn, that sucked.
Yeah, I know Trevor and I had some shit to say about that swamp match, but all in all, I have it in a good memory. So.
Yes. And it was just, like I said, that's one of those things you had to be there for 10 years worth of storyline.
Yeah.
They just watched something, had no clue what was going on.
We didn't know what was going on.
But also scary, zombie Iron Man.
Stop that, John.
It's pretty scary.
You know it scares me.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. I'm scared. Oh! Anyway.
You're lucky his mic stand. Wait, fuck. You're lucky that your mic stand is blocking his face. Don't try and say the things I'm saying. Ah!
Dude, this is great.
I
have missed this shit so much. You see how awkward that was?
We love each other.
And we're married. We can do that.
I don't have my ring on. Shelby gets mad at me about it. I was doing dishes.
Shelby, he was doing dishes.
Yeah. We don't get to see each other very often anymore because we're so busy. And so this is good. It's been a good
We don't
day.
even get to fucking play video games much anymore.
Yeah, everything's...
It's been hard. Adulting has been real lately, and it's been real dumb.
It sucks.
But it's...
Obviously, we're still on the same wavelength.
Absolutely. So. And I think, you know... Well, me personally, I think everything I'm doing, the grind I've been going through and stuff is... I'm in some kind of like new story arc where I'm like
something's gonna pay off.
Something's gonna pay off, and life's gonna be a lot cooler and easier for me, and we're gonna be able to do things we've always wanted to do in the future.
We just gotta grind right now to get there.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see what happens, and we're not gonna like. We always say we're never gonna stop doing this, even if there's fucking 10 months in between episodes.
Yeah, we'll still come out with more. I mean,
it's still gonna happen.
If we fuck up and everything's the same for the next 12 months, then I can guarantee you that we'll be back next October.
100%.
But that ain't gonna happen.
No.
Things gonna get better.
That's right.
Things gonna happen for me.
And you're going to get a Christmas special. You're going to get a Christmas special. You're going to get a New Year's.
Beppy Bimbus. We gotta come out with a new way to say Merry Christmas.
Rambo Bambus.
I like that. We'll keep that.
Rambo Bambus.
Write it down.
I've already forgotten.
Well, I guess we're about to sign off, aren't we, buddy?
Dad, this is it. It's been a fun little short guy.
We almost made it 30 minutes.
Hey, we did good.
We
didn't know how long it was gonna go. We just were like, we got to watch this and we got to do it. We just got to make it happen.
Yep.
We're both very tired. It's been a long day. Been a long week.
Yep. I got 2 practices tomorrow. John's got 1. We got a lot going on. But
Writing a new Retribution record. I'm saying it right here at first, folks.
We've already come out with 2 singles from it, idiots.
Yeah, listen to it. No Justice and the Degenerate Stomp. I'm Big John.
Hang on. Okay, now do it.
Wait.
Hang on. We forgot how to sign off.
The Degenerate Stomp.
You did it. Anyways, from all of us at Big Boys Talking.
I'm Big John.
And I'm Matty Light.
And this
is
Big Boys Talking.
I'm a fucking idiot. It's the Big Boys.
Big Boys. We the Big Boys.
Big Boys. Big Boys.
Yeah.
Meat treats and complaining about work.
Hot sauce, puking, sweating cause it hurt.
Maddie, Light, and Jay work.
It's Big John.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's the Big Boys.